Alrighty, Lumberjacks, welcome back to another Logging from Scratch episode. We're just pulling back into Legion Hills here. I was speaking to Jim there, and I guess we got our little mini excavator all cleaned up, so we're just going to go pick that sucker up and see its new shiny paint job. Because it had a whole pile of paint all over it from the vandalization, and hopefully... Oh yeah, there she is. Look at that puppy. She's all new and clean and pretty, hey? Nice. Yep, I like that. Perfect. So what we're going to do is I have decided that I actually really like the environment out here. So what I'm going to actually do is I purchased a piece of property which cost me $50,000, and it's on the west side of the river. So... the big catch is if I want to start building a house out there and building our own property, we need to build ourselves a little road and clear that land, similar to what we did here. So what I did is I actually purchased, because we made a whole bunch of money here, so I'm just going to bring up our tally here. So for the last job that we did was $75,000 when we did that chopper recovery. That was bumped us up to $245,000 that we had. I purchased a new processor head that will fit onto this excavator, so that should help us really burn through the road building process a lot quicker. And I purchased the land for $50,000, so that brings us back down to $160,000. I can actually clear this now. And now our job is basically to clear our own property. Now, we do have quite a bit of money in the bank sitting there, but we don't have quite enough to do all the stuff I want to do on the property yet. So what I really want to do is I want to get this road kind of built up, clean out our little property, and then eventually I want to go, start actually purchasing new structures and buildings and putting them on there. But we do need to do probably some more jobs and make a little bit more money before we'll be able to do that. So what I'm going to do, I wonder if I can put that grapple in the back of my truck here. Let's see. I'm just going to drive ahead and see if I can drop this guy right in there. And I'm just going to put this, without breaking our truck, that'd be good. And we'll go like that and just put it right in there. And hopefully it'll stay in there. And I'm going to grab this one. Oh, actually, we should grab that blade too, because we're going to need it. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade in that blade for a different paint job. And what we'll do is we'll just charge ourselves a little bit of money for the trade. Because we actually have a better blade now, a black one that we can use. That will suit this ride a lot nicer. So let's grab that one. And probably to get that exchange would have been about $500. So we're going to take $500 off our total here. Or actually, let's take $1,000 off. Because I'm going to include like a shipping cost in there as well. So there we go. So let's drop our ramp and go grab our blade. Might have to actually pull ahead here because we're kind of blocking ourselves. So yeah, no, it'll be an exciting little project. And like I said, I'm very interested to test out this little processor for this mini guy here. Because I can't say I've ever used one of the mini ones. Like I said, we got a chance to play with the other one when we were building that other road, but that was the rented one. I would actually like to get a proper one. Ooh, look at that puppy, hey? So this one actually has little grab arms on it as well, so that should make it quite easy for loading. I was wondering if my blade was going to clear the trailer here. Oh yeah, we're good. Little tight, but should work. There we go, perfect. Well, actually, probably position that a little better for travel here. And we'll just kind of put it right there. Perfect. Excellent. That's actually pretty cool. I'm gonna grab a quick shot of that one. I like that. Okay, so let's load this and lock her down. And then, so part of our plot is kind of laid out for us. So we will be able to see a little bit once we get across the river, but oops, what was that going to stand there? She's flying around pretty good. We'll just go real slow. Or actually, you know what I could do? Save myself the grief here. Why don't we use this and see if I can just hang on to that piece. That would probably work a lot better. There we go. And it won't fly to the back of the truck, which we don't want. Can't really strap these guys down too well, so we'll just do that. There you go. Can't get away now. So yeah, we're, like I said, on the other side of the river, it's kind of pre-marked for our property lines, so I'll be able to see exactly where the best road to take will be. But on this side of the river, we have to decide kind of where to build our road. Originally, I was going to try to go off of this old kind of pulled out swamp road here, but to clear all these trees is just going to be an absolute nightmare. So I think we're just going to build our own kind of cut-off road, probably about here somewhere. And then, I mean, we're just going to have a really rough carved out road with our machine, because then we're still going to have to gravel it and do all that stuff. But that costs a lot of money to do that, so I don't think we'll have enough right off the bat. Granted, we can gain money from the contract itself, or the wood that we recover from doing the road itself. But if I really want to buy the really expensive stuff, I'm actually just going to leave this on the trailer for now. If I want to buy the expensive stuff and get it all graveled up and nice, kind of like Jim's place there, we're gonna have to do some more contracts on maybe some other areas. I know there's a couple different places we're gonna get to go visit here after we start our project. So the cool thing about this head is now I'm gonna actually have the ability to knock down the trees standing. Unfortunately, I have to work from this range. I can't get any closer because the head tilt only lets me go so far. So now, before we start just knocking down trees at random here, we should probably build a plan. So we are here. I'm just kind of looking at my map down here. If we kind of just did a straight shot in this direction, and there's lots of areas we can take advantage of that have clearings, so I don't think we'll have to get too crazy here. And we'll just kind of cut straight through, and then our river crossing's right there. So that'll actually work out pretty good. What I try to look for is these little pockets of open trees. It just saves us a lot of cutting if we can kind of find spots to slip through. So this is actually the best little alleyway right here. So we'll probably have to clear this little group of trees and that little group. So let's start right here and see where we end up. Now, one thing I don't know is I'm not sure what the best length of tree is for this trailer. It looks like it could fit probably about a 9-foot tree. So I think maybe what we'll do is we'll do a sample cut here. So we're going to set this thing to 9 meters. Oops. Oh, I don't think this one... Maybe this one doesn't cut to 9. I think it just does small trees. That's right. So our max is 8 on this guy. So let's cut to 8. And actually, 8 should be probably good enough for what we're doing. Is it this one we wanted to cut? Oh man, I already lost my place here. Sorry. I think it's this one actually. And then we're gonna go up that alley. So let's skip that. Let's take out, so this little tree, that big one, and then that group, I guess. And then we'll go straight through that little spot there. Well, it's glad we checked right before we started knocking down random trees. So what we're going to do is, like I said, we'll cut it kind of in place, and then we'll put them just kind of alongside the road here, I guess. And then tops, I don't know what we'll do with tops. We can always throw them on at the end if we really want to. So let's get that one. This one. It's a lot different operating with this big processor head. I mean, it's good because we got to keep our distance from the tree, so this is alright, but it's just a lot different. Ooh, that's heavy for this little tree. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. There we go. I actually don't really like where I have my truck parked because I think I'm going to start swinging trees into it, so I'm just going to back it up a little bit here. We don't want to do any damage to our vehicle, so let's be the smart fallers. We'll just back this guy right up over here. That's perfect. Turn it off. We don't need to run it. It's a nice summer day. It's not the Arctic. We don't have to warm it up like we did on Fortitude for 4 hours before we get to drive it. Now, technically, with this head, we wouldn't even really need the grapple if we didn't want it, because it's got the grapple's claws and teeth on it already. But yeah, for a $35,000 investment, I think this sucker is going to be a really good choice. I got some little bits. I don't think this guy cuts low enough to get these little bits here. Let's see here. No. So we will need to do a little bit of stump grinding for sure. So let's wipe out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get all these. Feels so weird to be working at like a longer kind of range. But I mean, it's good. This is saving us a lot of time playing around with chainsaws, that's for sure. And yeah, we'll have to go through and either get like a stump grinder. I might purchase one of those for when we want to do the cleanup, or I might I could always rent one too, I guess. But I think I'll probably just buy one. It's something we're gonna need for future projects, so it's good to have. Let's go this way. There we go. Okay, so there's our little alleyway. And like I said, I'm just going to kind of start randomly piling it on the road here as we go. This isn't the most efficient cutting head for doing road building, but it's still pretty good. It's a lot faster than, like I said, if we were out here with a chainsaw trying to knock them down and then cutting them into parts and pieces. What do we want to do here? So this is the bonus to having this one. Although it doesn't have the maneuverability of the other head, you can still use these teeth to kind of move things around, or these claws, sorry. It just kind of gets a nice little bit of a cleanup. Let's make sure we're chopping the right way here. I think we want to go that alleyway is what I said. Yeah, that road. So let's take out this one. And it doesn't have to be like a super wide road. It just needs to be drivable, basically. Oops. There we go. And I'm trying to make as many of the piles as close together as possible. That way, when we come back to pick it up, it won't be like we're hunting for all the pieces that we dropped all over the place. So the closer, the better. Without it being pre-marked, it's hard to figure out exactly where to go. Oops. I guess I'll take that one out too. We'll just get a bunch of trees here. Again, we'll have some pretty good recovery for the wood, because that'll be worth quite a bit of money. But like I said, it'll give us a little bit, but we'll still have to make some money doing some contract work for sure. I think we're probably going to eventually be heading back to Fellsburn, and there actually might be some contracts on Ravenport as well. Do some residential stuff. We've been out in the bush too long. It's time we come back and do some other work. I think we'll go. There's no like perfect way to go here, but I think this is. What's the best way to go here? Well, I don't think there's a best way. But you know what? This is gonna be our road now, so we're just gonna give her here. Stop worrying about what we're doing and just give her. I'm gonna start a new pile here. Yeah, and then when we come back, we just get to follow it. At least with the buncher, it wasn't as much of a plan because we could just kind of knock down trees. But when we're building these kind of roads, we got to really kind of pay attention because it's really easy to get off track. Ooh, that's a big tree. And then if we hit any really big trees, this guy's, I don't think, going to be able to cut them. We'll have to get out and hand cut it. We can still move it around with this guy, but I don't think we'll be able to cut it. So we'll try here and see where we end up. There we go. And again, this thing doesn't exactly cut like the feller buncher does, leaving the stump super low. So there's going to be a lot of big sticky stumps that we have to come back and clean up. But that's part of the fun, man. That's what makes it fun. Okay, so this is going to be our little alleyway here. Let's just make sure we got a nice little cut here. So, yeah, that'll be good. And then we'll kind of dig through here. And then just straight shot. We'll wipe out these two trees. And I think we'll avoid that big one because I don't like the big ones. We'll just go hard right. So we're going to go... As long as we don't have any 90-degree turns, we're fine. We can make little... Oops, am I going the right way? Let's go this way. We can make little kind of curvy turns, but I just don't want big turns because that just doesn't work out as good. And I'm actually going to bring this tree back to this pile because there's not a lot going on in this pile. And there we go. It's my sad attempt to straighten out my tops there, but whatever. Once we get them on there, and we'll probably come through with that utility trailer and just use that with the claw to clean them up, because that'll actually be pretty painless. So what might have to happen is we'll have to walk this machine back after we get to the other side, and then load it up. Probably get a forestry grinder, clean up some of these stumps, and then we'll walk through with this guy and the truck and trailer, and we'll just load it up as we go. I think I'm just going to go like this. I'll get rid of this one too. I'm going to bring this one with us though. And then I'm going to scoop through here because I want to avoid that big tree like I said. There we go. And then we'll do a little bit of a twist here where we turn just ever so slightly. We'll knock these two down, make another pile right here. We'll cut that one. I'm going to put the tops on this side if I can help it. Back there it was a little harder because we didn't have a lot of space to play, but here we should be able to do it. Whoop, 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 whoop. There we go. Beauty. That looks good. Basically, you go from one machine to the other and just try to get used to the different mechanics of each machine. Different look, different style. There we go. Get that cleaned up there. Okay. And we're going to grab that one just because it's kind of part of that loop there. Hey, this isn't too bad. We got a little bit of distance here. So let's keep pushing forward. And like I said, I don't really want to cut down more than I need to because we're going to have a lot to cut on the other side. So now we need to make an executive decision on which direction to go here. Probably through there. I actually like that route better. So we'll wipe out that tree. See, it's still fairly straight. We got a little bit of a curve off that main road, but yeah, it's fairly straight. So let's just keep going this way. I'm gonna take out this tree right here, I think. Actually, maybe I'll take out this little cluster here just to kind of clear it up. And we'll put the tops actually at the back on that one, because these ones I'll be bringing forward. Man, sure a lot easier than using our chainsaw, huh? Some of those roads that we were clearing took a long time. Like when we did that hydro road on Port Murray there, that took a lot longer for sure. But this is actually working out quite nice. So let's get that over here, and then I think we're just going to start curving to the right here. Yeah, let's just go straight through here. And this tree's just kind of in my way. It's technically not really in my way, but I don't like it, so I'm going to get rid of it. And then we're going to punch that guy into here. Alright. And we'll keep pounding forward here. I'm going to leave... I think I'm going to leave that one. Actually, no, you know what? We better take that one out. Get a different species of wood for our piles here. Ooh, that's a big tree. Ooh, can we knock that one down without breaking anything? It's got to be really gentle so you don't break anything. That's the key. There we go. I'm get nice pieces out of this one, eh? Look at that. No tops either. I like that. There's another kind of weird looking tree. There we go. Oh, that's a big one too. Ba-dunk. Fight it through the head. It's amazing that this thing pulls some of these through here. It's like, oh, holy God, that's a big tree. Okay, drop that off, and let's keep plowing here. I'd say we're over halfway there now, so that's pretty cool. Maybe we'll kind of do a little shimmy through here, too. There we go. Oop. Kind of stuck there or something. Oh, well, when they go through the processor head, you just never know sometimes. Always an adventure. Okay, so we're kind of at the high tail point here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because we're kind of at the end here, so I'm just going to park this guy right here, and then we'll head her back to camp. Let's turn the lights off here. Perfect. Beauty. Okay, so let's kind of do a little walk of our road here. Yeah, this will actually work out quite nice. It'll be easy to get equipment in and out, too. So I got a feeling we'll be dragging our equipment to some other contracts here once we get our little property built. And it's nice out here. It's a beautiful place to build a property. It's quiet. It's nice. Property was cheap. 50 grand for a property? Come on, that's pretty cheap, I think. I'm actually just going to leave my trailer right here. And we'll head back to camp. And then eventually we'll be able to get rid of our little portable home here and buy ourselves an actual proper house, so we're not constantly living out of a box. There we go. Alrighty. Parker here. Perfect. All right, we'll call her a day. So, yeah, when we come back in the next one, we'll keep cutting up that trail. Hopefully we can get across the river. And like I said, on the other side, it's already pre-marked for us, so it'll be a lot easier to kind of navigate the terrain. But, yeah, it should be good. So, yeah, if you guys like the episode, leave a like, leave a comment. Do not forget to subscribe. And if you're in the bush, don't forget to hug a tree. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.